OLSCC, we are encouraged to include our learning pit to help us in our day-to-day lives. If you aren't familiar with the learning pit, it looks like the learning pit helps us in challenging situations. It shows us that feelings of frustration, confusion and worry are perfectly normal when we are faced with a challenge. The learning pit teaches us to jump in the pit, face our challenges and use our skill learning dispositions to climb out. When we do this, we come out of the other side with new knowledge.
What happens when we jump over the learning pit?
Good question. Let's see what happens when we jump over the pit.
Pass me the ball! Pass me the ball!
This is what happens when we don't jump in the pit. We do not learn and things often don't get fixed. Can you show us what happens when you do get in the pit?
Pass me the ball! Pass me the ball! Jump in the pit! Guys, I'm feeling a bit left out. Can I play again with you? Yeah, sure.
The problem was solved by Justin overcoming his fear and frustration of not being included in the game. He jumped in the pit and used the learning dispositions of independence and resilience to allow him to be included in the game. Here is another example of when we use the learning.
We have just created a tongue twister as a class, and now we're making one on our own. There are lots of different parts to a tongue twister, and therefore it can be a little overwhelming. See what happens when Amity gets in the learning pit to help her successfully build her tongue twister.
I can't do this. This is too hard. Why do I have to do it? Jump in the learning pit! Come on, you can do this. I'm just going to give it a go. I'm feeling a little stuck. I'm going to use my 5 B's. Trudy, can you help me? Yeah, sure. How can I help? I can't think of any adjectives that start with S. Slimy, stinky and strong are all adjectives that start with S. Does this help? Yes, it does. Thank you. Done!
Once Amity jumped into the learning pit, she was motivated and persistent to complete her tongue twister. She even used a bunny from the 5 B's to help her climb up the other side of the pit.
We have been asked to construct a sentence in a group together using the sentence streams.
I think we should write a sentence about netball.
I think we should write a sentence about football.
That will be boring.
Netball will be boring.
Let's get Miss Price. Jump in the pit. Let's use the 5 B's and rather than going straight to Miss Price, we can be buddies and work it out together. Good idea. Let's all write our own parts of the sentence and see how it turns out. Done. 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 Captain Karate had a party on Wednesday night at the toilet.
These students work together to be creative, optimistic and independent to make sure they build an awesome sentence together. We hope you enjoyed watching our learning pit play, and we challenge you to use the learning pit when you are faced with a changing situation today.